Hi, I'm Matt from Tubby Tarot. Today I want to talk to you about novelty decks. I know we have done an issue on novelty decks, but what I want to ask you is, are novelty decks actually worth the price you pay for them? Hi, welcome back. Okay, are novelty decks worth the price you pay for them? Because let's face it, novelty decks are some of them can be really, really expensive. And I've got three here that I want to show you. You have seen, I think, two of them. I've mentioned two of them before, and you've seen them there in my collection. But I just want to give you an idea of what a novelty deck is, in case you don't know. All right, I'm sure you know, but if you don't know, or if you're new to tarot and you're thinking of maybe you get excited about a deck, and then suddenly you realize, wait a minute, it's actually a novelty deck. And the other thing is, I want to ask you, do you actually read with novelty decks, or how many novelty decks do you have? So let's start with, what is a novelty deck? A novelty deck is a deck that you would generally, it's not printed to be used as such, okay? It's not really printed to be used as a tarot deck, although you can, it is a tarot deck. Okay, it has all the functions of a tarot deck, but it's generally printed not to be used and simply to be collected. That is a true novelty deck. Now, the line between a weird, obscure, strange deck and a novelty deck can be very thin. The other thing, a lot of people tend to find that the more sort of sexy decks, the sexual decks, decks like the Kama Sutra deck, people tend to regard those as novelty decks. So as you can see, the line between this sort of notion of a novelty deck and the notion of a deck you can read with is very vague, it's very grey, it's a very grey area. And I know that a lot of people in my previous videos sort of disagreed with me and said, no, I use that deck to read and it reads really well. And I have no problem with that. So if it works for you, that's great. But what I want to ask you today is, are true novelty decks that you really wouldn't read with, are they worth the money, and are they worth your time getting? So I think the first thing you've got to realize is, why am I buying this deck? Okay, any deck that you want to add to your collection, why are you buying it? Are you buying it because you genuinely want to use it to read with? Or are you buying it just because you love the artwork and the packaging and that sort of thing? Are you buying it perhaps just to read for yourself? Or are you buying that deck to use perhaps as an added something to perhaps show work that you do? When I say show work, I mean going to fetes and fairs and perhaps doing weddings and baby showers and stuff like that. Are you adding that deck as an element of fun? Because let's face it, at those sort of events, you would not be doing a full-on hour sort of in-depth reading. Okay, so are you buying that novelty deck for fun to add to your collection? Or are you buying this deck to actually do genuine, serious readings with clients? That's the first thing. Decide what you want to use the deck for. The second thing is, what is your idea of a novelty deck? Now, I'm going to show you what I regard as one of the decks that I regard fully. It's a full novelty deck, okay? And that is my 3D tarot. It's by the Scarabeo, comes in a plastic box. I have shown this tarot. I will be doing a full review on it at some stage. It's a very difficult tarot deck to review because it's 3D. So when you move it, I want to try and block the light out here. When you move it, you can kind of see it goes. You kind of see the 3D effect. It's not a nice deck to read with. You can't really read with this because if you lay it flat, you don't get the 3D effect. And not only that, if you lay it flat, you really can't see much of the card because it's plastic. It's 100% complete plastic. They have to do that because of the technique that is used. It's all plastic. And this is, you can see it's incredibly, because it's plastic, it's high gloss. You can't actually see the cards at a glance. So you will find that the only reason a person would buy this is as a novelty deck. This is 100% novelty. The only reason I bought this is because it's 3D, and I was fascinated when I saw it on YouTube, and I thought, no, it can't be, it's like, whatever. And I was like, I got it in the mail, and I was like, oh my god, that is just so cool. And it's It lies on my shelf. I never use it to read. I just like to look at it every now and again, take it out and kind of like, look through the pictures and kind of look at the 3D. It's really cool. It's a cool deck. But this is 100% novelty deck. I don't know anybody, and I've not yet heard of anybody who uses this deck to do serious readings with, or even readings for themselves. So that would be a pure novelty deck. Now, let me ask you this. Is it worth my while buying this sort of thing? Let's look at how much this stuff cost. Okay, now I am in South Africa, so I can really only go with, I don't know what is expensive in American dollars. I think for me, $10 sounds like quite a lot of money, but it probably isn't. I'm not sure. For me, $100 sounds like a shitload of money. So I don't know. What would you pay for this? I know I paid nearly 400 Rand for this, and I'm not using it. I don't use it. It's a very, very expensive niche deck. Is it worth that? I mean, I've got this sitting on my shelf. This is 400 Rand, okay? Which if you take it, that's 18 Rand gives me $1. Work that one out. It's expensive, and I don't know if I've wasted my money on this. This Gummy Bear Tarot, this wasn't terribly expensive, but it was still over 200 Rand, all right? Which is about, $20 or something. So I'm not sure. Is that expensive to pay for a little funny little novelty deck? I think it all comes down to perceived value. What do you regard as valuable? Would you regard the Gummy Bear Tarot deck as a valuable commodity in your collection? Would you value the Decameron Tarot as a good investment? And that's where we come to the crux. Is a novelty deck a good investment? Is it something that you would put on your shelf and use and be proud of, or haul out every now and again and look through and that sort of thing? Because if you're not going to do that, and if this thing just lies on your shelf all day, all night, year in, year out, you might as well pass it on, give it back to the universe, let somebody else take it. Somebody who will appreciate it and who will pull it out and look at it. Okay, because otherwise it's just money sitting on your shelf. And we don't really want that. We don't just want a collection for a collection's sake. But beware of falling into the trap of buying novelty decks, because as I said to you, a true novelty deck is not designed to be used in a reading. It's simply being designed A, as a joke, or B, as a genre collector's item. I hope you've kind of been able to think about this. Think about what you regard as a novelty deck and what you would do with your novelty decks, and whether you are prepared to put money into collecting or having novelty decks within your collection. I'm Matt from Tubby Tarot, and I will see you on the flip side. Bye.